This is your weather briefing for the week of October 9th, 2014. First, we'll look at the current conditions, what's happening as of this morning, Thursday morning. An area of thunderstorms over northern Tennessee, north of Nashville, is moving southeast. This area should weaken and dissipate later today. We may see additional isolated storms develop on that general area, though, in far north Georgia and initially and maybe further south all the way towards the Atlanta metro area this afternoon and evening. We did see storms last night that were very isolated but quite strong. Some produced some small hail that we know of. We may see something like that similar again. Conditions are quite warm, fairly moist as well, so there's some instability out there. It's just there's no organized lifting mechanism to create widespread thunderstorms or focus them in any one area. The web page address at the bottom is just a link that you can look at this experimental website, preview.weather.gov/EDD, with these customized fields on the screen. Instead of looking at the forecast for the next few days, day by day, we're going to jump to the more important part of the next 7-day forecast, is a threat of severe weather early to middle next week. There's some computer forecasts you're looking at on the screen that show a trough of low pressure. Those colors in green are sort of the pressure aloft. And when you see an area of low pressure to our west, that usually means a very active weather pattern, lots of rain, sometimes thunderstorms, very strong winds at times. That's what's been forecast the last few model cycles for maybe late Monday night all the way into Wednesday, depending on which computer model. And of course, this will change as new model runs come out. We're going to look at it a little bit more closely here. This is a forecast from the GFS, one of our National Weather Service models that we run globally, and it's the fastest model that we know of from all the forecasts for next week. It's kind of forecasting storms to impact the area on a Monday night next week. So of course we don't want to you to pin down an exact time just this far out into the future. Just rest assured we'll be looking at this a little more closely the next few days. On the previous screen we saw the pressure aloft. Here's a look at the pressure at the surface, and for those that follow weather, you might note that when the pressure at the surface goes below 1,000 millibars, that's actually quite strong any time of year, not just the late summer and early fall. You can see on this panel that they're the same computer model, the GFS, is forecasting a pressure of 996 there in southern Illinois. Again, we're not going to focus on the exact strength or timing or location of any of this. We're just kind of giving you a heads up that something strong might occur early to middle next week. Here's another way our meteorologists look at the ingredients for severe weather the next 7 days. I've showed this before. This is, don't worry about the numbers on the screen, but the ingredients for severe weather are listed on the left column there, and as we go further in time on the right, you notice that there's a fair amount of, the top row there is measuring instability that's forecast by the GFS, mostly in the daytime periods. But when you look at the Tuesday period, the ingredients, not just instability, but also vertical wind shear, some other parameters come into play all at the same time there, both Monday and Tuesday, and even maybe Sunday night. It could be overnight, Sunday night, and then especially Monday night, that according to this model would be the most greatest threat for severe storms. Again, this is just one computer model. It's the fastest. Some of the other computer models are looking at Tuesday or even Wednesday. Switching gears here, here's the tropical outlook. Just to reassure you, we're on the latter half of the tropical season now. Things should be slowing down slowly but surely in the Atlantic. We do have a tropical disturbance that the Hurricane Center is monitoring in the Atlantic, but this is forecast, as you see on the right graphic, it's going to be curving to the north and moving away from U.S. interests. All right, for the next 7 days, here's the outlook. And besides the storms that I already mentioned for Monday and Tuesday, currently in the forecast, notice the very warm temperatures. Atlanta in mid-80s today and tomorrow, even this weekend, going to be quite warm. And America's already above 90. They were very warm yesterday, and they're probably going to get near or above 90 today. This is near a record temperature, as I'll show in the next slide. Looking at Columbus, Georgia, for instance, over the last 65 years, we've plotted on the screen what the normal conditions are and the extreme temperatures are. The red line is what I wanted you to focus on. The top line, that is the record temperatures for any given day starting from August all the way to the end of the year. The star that I've highlighted here is actually the forecast high temperature for that area for today. That indicates we're very close to record high temperatures today in some locations. So if you like warm weather, enjoy it while it lasts. It appears that it may be lasting long term for a while, some of the computer models that we look at, once a cold front goes through with those storms on the middle of the week, we should cool back down to near normal, but quickly rise again according to these models for the next week and the following weekend. Could be back up into the 80s again. So pretty warm late this year. So to summarize, we could see some strong storms early to the middle of next week, possibly Tuesday. Sometime between Monday night and Wednesday, starting to look like a good bet that there'll be some showers and thunderstorms that could be quite strong moving through the area. Until then, very warm temperatures, temperatures near or above 90 in parts of middle Georgia today, upper to mid 80s the rest of the state, the northern part of the state. So enjoy it while it lasts if you like warm weather. No tropical activity, and that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll see you next week.